Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Mari. I'm one of the librarians at Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine, and I'm here today to do another music and story time with you. We're going to start out with the same song that I always start with, The More We Get Together. Oh, the more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Great job. All right, so now let's talk about our word of the week. So the word of the week this week is humid. Now, before we get into what that means, I'll let you think about it and try to make a guess while I tell you that we do word of the week in conjunction with Opportunity Alliance, because the more words that you can learn when you're little, the more words that you'll know when you get bigger and you're ready to read and write and all of that sort of fun things. So humid means marked by a relatively high level of water vapor in the atmosphere. Now that's a whole lot of big words, don't you think? I'll say it again. Marked by a relatively high level of water vapor in the atmosphere. So if I can make it a little bit more simple for some of my friends who don't know those words yet, what that means is there's a lot of water in its gas state in the air. So everything can be in these different states of matter. And the ones that we talk about most of the time are three of them: solid, liquid, and gas. So solid is anything that kind of keeps its shape all the time. You can think about, for example, like my ukulele is solid. You can see it holds its own shape. It doesn't expand out. If I put my ukulele into a bathtub, it would stay the same shape. Liquid is something that fills the space that it's in. So you can think about if I had a big glass of water, the glass is solid, but the water inside is liquid. If I put the liquid in the bathtub, it would take the shape of the bathtub, but it wouldn't float up out of the bathtub. It would just stay in the bottom. And gas is even lighter than liquid, and it is expands to fill the whole space that it's in, not just the shape. So if I tried to pour a glass of air into the bathtub, it would fill the whole bathroom. Those are the three states of matter that we think of most of the time. And some things can be different states of matter. So when we talk about water, water most of the time is a liquid, right? I talked about it in that glass. But water can also be solid. And when water is solid, we call that ice. You can think about it, if I poured some ice into a bathtub, it would stay the same shape as it was before it went in, right? So now we know water is ice when it's solid. It's regular water when it's a liquid. But when it's a gas, it's like when you cook water really hot on the stove and the steam starts to come out the top. That's water vapor. It's the gas form of water. So when there's lots of water vapor in the air or the atmosphere, it feels very sort of wet and sticky. Have you ever had one of those summer days where it just feels kind of wet and sticky in the air? That's a humid day. I've also heard it called muggy. You might have heard that before. Either way, that's what humid means. And we're going to actually talk a little bit more about states of matter in another couple of songs. But before we get there, let's do the alphabet song. You ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my job. All right, let's sing that song one more time. But instead of using the ukulele, what we're going to do is use the American Sign Language, or ASL. So that's ASL is a language that you use your hands, body, and face to communicate instead of your voice. You ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Great job. If you really liked that, we have another video on our channel called How to American Sign Language that will teach you how to do the alphabet a little more closely. Let's continue on to our next song. The next song that we're going to do is If You're Happy and You Know It. Ready? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Great job. All right, the next song that we're going to sing today is I've Been Working on the Railroad. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Don't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo, singing fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, fee-fi, fiddly-I-o, strumming on the old banjo. Great job! Wasn't that song fun to sing? Now, like I said earlier, we're going to get back to the different types of matter. So this song is called Why Does the Sun Shine? And it's by a band called They Might Be Giants. Now, the interesting thing about this song is that when it was written, we thought that the sun was made of one of those three types of matter that I talked about before. There was the solid, the liquid, and the gas. And we thought that the sun was made of gas. Hot gas that's flaming and bright and very far away from us. But we've since learned that there's another step of matter that goes even further beyond gas. And it's called plasma. And the sun is actually made of plasma. So in this song, when we say that the sun is incandescent gas, or gas that gives off light and glows, that's actually not right. But the cool thing about science is that when we try to figure things out, we figure them out based on the information that we have. And when this song was written, the best science information out there said that the sun was gas. And actually, They Might Be Giants have written another song since That's called Why Does the Sun Really Shine? And it talks about plasma. The sad thing about that song is it's not quite as much fun to sing, but we can still enjoy this song as long as we know that actually we've learned new things since then. So if anyone ever asks you what the sun is made out of, you can tell them that it's made out of plasma, not gas. But until then, we can have fun singing this song. Are you ready? The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at temperatures of millions of degrees. The sun is hot, the sun is not a place where we could live. But here on Earth there'd be no life without the light it gives. We need its light, we need its heat, the sunlight that we see. The sunlight comes from our own sun's atomic energy. The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at temperatures of millions of degrees. The sun is hot. The sun is so hot that everything on it is a gas. The sun is large. If the sun were hollow, 1,000,000 Earths could fit inside, and yet it is only a middle-sized star. The sun is far away, about 93 million miles away, and that's why it looks so small. But even when it's out of sight, the sun shines night and day. The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at temperatures of millions of degrees. We need its heat, we need its light, the sunlight that we see. The sunlight comes from our own sun's atomic energy. The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at temperatures of millions of degrees. The sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace where hydrogen is built into helium at temperatures of millions of degrees. That was not fun. All right, so now you learned a whole bunch of interesting facts about the states of matter, like solid, liquid, gas, and even plasma. You learned that we used to think the sun was made of gas, but now we know it's made of plasma. And you learned that water can be solid, like ice, liquid, like water, or gas, like water vapor. And a lot of water vapor present in our atmosphere or air makes it feel humid. There's so much fun things to learn out there. We have one more song before we close for today, which is going to be the same song that we sang at the beginning, The More We Get Together. And I'll go over the signs really quick for anyone who's new this week. So we have the more, like a O but squished, and tap your fingers together. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, the more we get together, together, together. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. That's all for today. Once again, my name is Sarah Mari. I'm one of the librarians at Portland Public Library in Portland, Maine, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!